when I started working from home, nawala lahat ng social life. And nawala yung lunch out, dinner out with friends, travel every weekend, yung mga ganun. Yung chismisan and tawanan sa office, nawala yung lahat. So,
If you're feeling lonely or isolated, connect ka agad with other people or go to comfort food or yun nga yung sinabi ni Margaret kasi you're not alone.
You're listening to Article and Design Podcast, a podcast made with love for Filipino freelancers, small business owners, and digital agencies. I am your host, Margaret Sulapas. I am a digital marketing strategist for over 8 years now, and I created Article and Design. Be part of our 1 million mission in transforming 1 million Filipinos to becoming a super freelancer and live the life and work they love. Join me as I sit down and discuss with our fellow freelancers and business owners about their process, their monumental screw up, and the tips that they swear by to help you win in this freelance game forever. This podcast or series is personal, and the views and opinions represented are solely those of the podcast owner and guests. The content does not represent any group of people, institutions, or organizations that the owner may or may not be associated with in a professional or personal capacity, and it is not intended to insult or offend anyone. This is also not a piece of professional medical advice. If you are seeking medical advice, please consult with a licensed physician. Thank you. All right, guys. So let me introduce you ang aking mga pinakabagong guest co-host ngayon. And actually, baka hindi na sila magiging guest, ano? Baka magiging regular na sila sa primetime show natin. I'm kidding. So guys, I'm so happy that sasamahan tayo ngayon ni Ed Escueta and Donna Faye Baltasar, of course. Ed and Donna are A&D ambassadors and sila yung mga pioneer members ng ating mga community sa A&D. So, let us welcome guys, Ed and Donna. So, Ed,
hello.
in-introduce ko
Hi.
kayo as A&D ambassadors. So, can you introduce yourselves muna sa ating mga listeners na ngayon? And then, of course, pwede nyo naman introduce konti. Bakit, when did you start to work from home or anong ginagawa nyo? If may ginagawa lang naman kayo, ha? Diba? All right, so, ladies first. So, Dons.
Hi guys, I'm Donna Faye and I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur helping purposeful businesses around the world with their online business management, and I'm also a hybrid virtual assistant. So, yeah.
Yun, wow, hybrid. Can you explain to us mamaya anong hybrid, Donna, ha?
Sige, sige.
So
Explain
half
ko.
ano ba to? Half German, half ano, Filipino. I'm kidding. Ed, it's your turn. Can you tell us something about you, Ed? I'm sure yung
Uh,
mga ibang listeners natin sa podcast, nakita ka na sa webinar sa Foundations of Graphic Design. But Ed, let us know ano pang hindi namin alam sa'yo.
hello everyone. I'm Ed. I'm a graphic design freelancer for more than 10 years. And ano pang hindi nyo alam? Hindi ko alam. When I was working at a design agency, since mahilig kasi ako mag-travel that time, I got fascinated with the idea of digital nomad. Then nakikita ko yung mga topics about digital nomad sa mga forums, FB groups, and blogs. So I got interested learning more about it. More than 6 years na rin akong nagko-commute para pumasok sa work. And then nakakapagod ng makipagsiksikan sa MRT. So naisip ko na I started to register to different freelancing platforms like Odesk. Odesk pa yun noon. Bali Upwork na siya ngayon. And I also registered to People Per Hour, 99 Designs, and other similar freelancing platforms. And luckily, nagkaroon ako ng clients from People Per Hour, and that's where it all started. And then, when I started working from home, nawala lahat ng social life. And nawala yung lunch out, dinner out with friends, travel every weekend, yung mga ganun, yung chismisan and tawanan sa office, nawala yung lahat. So, remote work, sa remote work, wala ka talagang ibang friend, kundi yung laptop mo. And then after a few months lang nun, I started to feel the loneliness of working remotely.
Sinabi ni Ed, guys, na 10 years ka na nag-work, ano? 10 years or
Yes.
more than 10 years. So, mas nauna si Ed sa akin eh. Oo, so nauna ako kasi over 9 years ako eh. So, si Donna, I think 2018 ka pa nag-work, di ba?
Oo,
17, mga ganun.
2017.
Oo, syempre. So, matagal-tagal na rin kami. So, since, guys, our topic for today is we're gonna talk about yung how to deal with feelings of loneliness and isolation pag nag-freelancing ka. Or basically, let's just say when you're working from home. Do you agree, Dons? Nangyayari ba to sa'yo? Or sa time mo nung 2017-18, mas madali siyang ma-handle? Kasi nung mga time namin nung 19 kupong-kupong.
Same lang din naman no 2017, 2018. It's still kasi yung work mo, no one can understand.
Yeah.
So even kahit sa mga close friends mo, parang what do you do? Parang hindi mo siya ma-share exactly kasi hindi nila maintindihan. And then unlike them na parang andun sila corporate, yung chismisan nila is about the corporate. There's isolation na parang, okay, tapos pag kunyari nag-iisip ka ng mga strategy or ng mga funnels and everything, parang feeling mo ikaw lang mag-isa. Tapos parang, yung hindi mo siya ma-share sa friends mo.
Mga jargons.
And even the success, kunyari yung feeling mo na parang proud ka. Parang, yes, how many views yung webpage pa? Hindi mo naman pwede hindi na lang maintindihan. So that's like one thing din na parang nakaka-isolate na feeling.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Kasi ako dati, when I started to work from home, freelancing pala, I worked from home talaga. Kasi hindi ko pa naman na-find out yung mga cafes na pwede ka magtrabaho doon or yung mga co-working spaces. Noong 2011, medyo, madalang yung gano'n noon eh. Hindi pa siya masyado uso. Naramdaman ko talaga na nakakalungkot kasi di ba galing din ako sa corporate work. Naramdaman ko na nakakalungkot. Tapos pag, ang isa pa dyan, na feeling of loneliness kasi parang mag-isa ka na. Tapos wala ka ng boss. So, wala ka ng boss. So, parang, okay, tama ba itong ginagawa ko?
True.
Tama ba itong ginagawa ko, di ba? At the same time, parang nagkukulong ka sa kwarto mo kasi more often than not, sa kwarto tayo nagtatrabaho. Pagkatapos yung family mo, hindi naman nila naiintindihan na may real job ka. Si Donna and Ed, ako, nag-usap-usap kami kasi most of the time nag-uusap naman kami. We came about parang 5 tips when it comes to dealing with this isolation and loneliness sa freelancing or working from home. We made 5 tips sa mga listeners natin ngayon na freelancers or aspiring freelancers or anybody working from home na pwede nyo ma-apply right away if nararamdaman nyo yung feelings of isolation and loneliness sa freelancing.
Top tip number 1, stay connected with other freelancers. So, ito yung dapat ko pang nagawa actually nung mga dapat when I started freelancing, dapat ito yung ginawa ko dapat join Facebook groups. There are general groups for freelancers. So, and then there are specific groups per industry and per interest and per tools. Kaya nga yung per interest naman, dyan na papasok yung binanggit kanina, di ba ni Ed, na digital nomad. So, join ka sa, kung gusto mo naman sa industry, may upskill mo yung self mo. Join ka sa mga virtual assistants ng FB group, graphic design, OBM, ano pa bang mga web developers, and then, I think, and it can really help you and, stay connected with the ins and outs and the trends of freelancing, of the industry in general, and then also stay connected with other freelancers in terms of tools that you're using. So for example, if you are a web developer or a web designer, meron, di ba Ed, may mga groups na Elementor WordPress users.
Yes.
Oo, yun. So isa yun sa mga way na makakonect ka with other freelancers. So ayun, you can, if you're an email specialist, go to MailChimp. Meron sila, or ClickFunnels, di ba? Ano yung iba pang groups na ma-suggest ninyo?
I'm part of Philippine Web Designers Group. Just before the pandemic, parang meron kaming monthly meetups sa around Makati area. And then doon ko na meet yung mga malulupit na web designers sa
Nice.
Pilipinas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I must agree. Number 1 talaga kasi feeling of isolation and loneliness. Kasi nga feeling natin mag-isa tayo. So, in this digital world, how do we connect? We connect online eh. So that's very good a tip, Dons, na stay connected with other freelancers. yeah, yung operative word dyan, guys, is with freelancers. Kasi bakit? They are the ones who could understand us. Diba? And you will realize na, I am not alone pala. So si Donna din pala, nagsasuffer din sa procrastination. Si Eden pala, alam mo yun, tinatama din pala siya minsan. Alam mo
True.
yung gano'n? Diba? Talagang parang in real life na yung sinasabi ko. No? Ayun. And I like yung sinabi mo na idea, Ed, na, you know, you're joining the Philippines na web designer na group. Kasi, yes, I agree and I suggest na when you're joining groups, piliin nyo din by global, like yung sinasabi mo doon sa join ClickFunnels, join WordPress, etc. And pumili din kayo, group na parang local.
I will just add sa sinabi mo yung connect with local and
Yeah.
international. Kasi iba yung culture, especially
Yeah.
if, for example, if you're connecting with international VAs. Sasabihin nila na charge your worth, ganito. But pagdating, and then syempre, hindi mo naman magigets yan kasi you're a Filipino, you're parang na-instill sa mindset natin na parang, you know, hanggang $5 per hour lang tayo. Parang, paano natin i-charge yung worth natin? Tapos, syempre, the international groups can support. But then, check your local. So, yung local, ito si Margaret, the article and design group ng she has content na how to charge premium clients, 'di ba? So dito kasi na-apply yung as a Filipino ka, parang naka what you call this, naka-specialize talaga sa culture mo and sa pinanggalingan mo, and which is really really good in a sense.
Yes, guys. So if you wanted to join and stay connected with freelancers, actually you can join us. Diba? You can join us our article and design community. So your article and design is actually we're hitting two stones in one word. Kasi bakit? Article and design is actually from Australia. But ako is actually Filipino. Diba? And I cater to Filipinos. Join article and design community if wala kayong community. All right? If you're still looking for a community na, you can just, talk about freelancing, and when you're lonely, nagiging lonely din kami di ba, Ed? But Ed, I'm curious, how do you define loneliness? Kasi like, when I look at you, parang you're a positive person naman So nagugulat ako minsan when kinukwento mo sa amin na malungkot ako, parang ano yung feeling ko ngayon, parang wala akong mahina ako, ganun. So, ano bang klase ng loneliness ang na-experience mo as a graphic designer or a web developer?
For me, siguro yung feeling of parang kulang. Yung there's something missing. Parang when you started working for the whole day, and then pagdating ng hapon, mararamdaman mo na na parang simula sa umaga wala kang kausap, yung mga ganong feeling. Physically, nararamdaman ko siya. Parang merong something sa tummy mo na parang mabigat, na yung ganon.
Oo. Yeah, baka nakulangan ka lang ng kain, Ed. Baka gutom ka.
Kulang ng ice cream.
Kulang ka ng ice cream, Ed. But yeah, that's why I noticed pala na Ed is actually staying connected. Di ba, Ed, pag nasi-stay connected ka, pag may mga gatherings tayo sa community, parang nagiging empowered ka, kumbaga, nag-ignite ka as you will, diba?
Yes, I think nakakatulong siya talaga if you're connected. When I was a writer, tapos kunyari na-hit ko yung Yoast, na parang feeling mo, yes, okay yung Yoast. Tapos,
green siya.
Oo, nag-green siya. Parang, yes, parang gusto mo i-celebrate. Kasi parang,
wala kang mapagsabihan.
Oo, yun. Parang, pasimple-simple lang yan. Pero sa'yo parang, I did it.
Lahat ng klase ng emotions, whether you are happy or not, wala kang mapagsabihan
Yeah.
Parang itatago mo lang sa sarili mo.
That's true. Oh yes. Gosh, guys, if we can talk about emotions and loneliness, parang kulang yung isang episode ng podcast natin sa totoo lang. But you get the drift, diba? You get the drift. We feel lonely, we feel empty, we feel like walang nakakaintindi. So staying connected is really helpful. Hey, super freelancers. This is Margaret. I am the owner and creator of Article and Design. If you're an aspiring Filipino freelancer or an existing freelancer, hear me out first. Building a sustainable freelancing business shouldn't be overwhelming. In fact, pag ginagawa mo siya ng tama, you only need less. But the problem today, napansin ko, is that there are a lot of misinformation, fake gurus, and distractions. And most of all, you don't know who to trust. You don't know which system to follow. It can all feel very confusing. But eto ang masasabi ko as a freelancer and a business owner since 2011. The world of marketing has changed. Nowadays, people are more interested in genuine marketing tactics rather than exaggerated claims. In article design, nakita namin maraming Filipinos ang nag-charge ng $1 per hour, maraming Filipinos ang nagdi-discriminate porque Filipino sila, and a lot more concerns. We want to make a change. Then we built the 1 million mission, transforming Filipinos into super freelancers who are highly paid and globally competitive. That you will be seen because of the value you bring, not because cheap ka na freelancer. But meron pa rin problema. Marami pa rin Filipinos and maraming mga information or courses na mas lalo nang dinadown ang pagiging isang Filipino. And that's why we created the Article in Design Pro or the A&D Pro, and the only place to learn how to freelance the sustainable way, the only freelancing community you need. Live workshops, 21-day challenges, and a community of fellow freelancers who are practitioners and productivity and accountability partners. Because your next step is not to learn another course or probably watch another webinar. Your next step is to take action from what you learned. It is led by myself with over 10 years of proven track record, and I've got nothing to lose. So if you're obsessed with the feast and famine situation and chasing clients after clients, you're charging the lowest bid, then the A&D Pro is not for you. However, if you want to build a profitable and sustainable freelancing business built around your lifestyle, and you're tired of all these fake gurus, then A&D Pro is for you. Please join us today. Let's change how Filipinos are perceived in the global freelancing place. Because we give something valuable to the table, and we know that. So if I were you, you should make a pro move now. Just go to articleanddesign.com and be an A&D Pro member.
Yes, and in line with that, ito yung tip number 2 na ito yung intimate na tip is find a community of support when working from home. So this is where the Discord of article and design. Kasi merong mga co-working lounge, merong workroom if you want to do the deep work, and meron din yung mga general chats may mga chats doon na share your success, share what your goals for today. So it really can help you be accountable with yourself.
Dahil sa problema naming feelings of loneliness and emptiness, gumawa kami ng Discord. Diba? Right, guys?
Yes.
Oo.
Actually, and nag-start siya talaga sa 6 a.m. club.
Parang
So talaga,
apat nga lang yung tayo nun eh.
Yeah.
maging 6 a.m.
Exactly, guys. Exactly. So, etong dealing with feeling of loneliness, ang naging mga bunga nito is yung club namin. So, nagsimula siya as 6 a.m. club, which is 1 year na siya next week. Alright, guys, we did it. Or, diba?
Yeah,
Diba? Yeah, so nagsimula yung 6 a.m. club like last year, almost a year. Kasi nga, we're looking for accountability partners. We're looking for a community talaga na intimate. So, iba din yung kasali ka sa mga groups, pero iba din talaga na meron kang parang intimate community na alam mo yung parang nakakausap mo. Okay, nakakausap mo. Like, Exhibit A tayo. We don't know each other, right? We don't know each other. Malay ba natin saan tayo tinubuan ng tenga? Diba? We don't know each other. Nagkakilala lang kami ni Ed and Donna dahil sa community. Dahil we're looking for yung mga kasama, yung connection that, hey, alam mo yung cliche na we're in this together? Ito, kasama ko lagi to, nag-work from home, guys. We can just log in. Nagla-login kami sa Discord and we enter dun sa workroom. And then, that's the sign na, hey, you're gonna work now. Okay? And do you feel lonely? No. Ed is also working there. And sometimes nga si Ed lang nandun di ba? But still, at least he's parang nagkakaroon siya ng sinasabi niya sa mind niya, hey, I'm working. I'm gonna log in here because this is, crunch time.
Sobrang nakatulong. Alam mo yung parang feeling na parang magkakasama kayo sa isang working place. And then, may mga times na pag meron kang gustong sabihin or meron kang gustong makausap, andyan lang yung meeting room na pwede mong i-on and off yung audio mo to talk about something.
Yeah, that's true. Oo. And alam mo yung maganda dito, like for example, sa ating Discord server, talagang yung Discord na dapat bayaran tayo. So yung Discord server, pwede ka kasi maging anonymous din doon eh. Like hindi talaga kung sino ka. Okay? Some of our members there are hindi nila yung mga totoong pangalan. It's like their screen names or something. Diba? So avatars nila, whatever. So you could be anybody actually sa Discord. No judgment. Like sa amin lang, nagpapakilala kami doon kasi nga kami yung mga A&D ambassadors. Diba? So gusto namin na makilala niyo kami and we're here for you. Mag-rant ka doon ng anything about freelancing or may you found out something, you have like an aha moment that you wanted to share na hindi maintindihan ng nanay mo kasi pinapasain ka na. Diba? Habang nagtatrabaho ka pa. So, all those things. You can just, this is the beauty of community. And again, guys, we're gonna plug Article and Design, Discord community, and Article and Design, ano ba yan, Facebook if you want, but mas active kami sa Discord, guys, if you want to hang out with like-minded individuals na freelancers para hindi naman kayo malungkot. Okay, kakausapin kayo ni Ed, kakantahan kayo ni Donna.
Yes.
Mga ganon. Alright.
For me, isa sa mga pinaka-importante na tip is self-care. Favorite topic ko to kasi I've been an avid reader of self-help books and blogs about self-improvement. There is a saying that goes, you cannot reach where you are going if you continue to be the same person you always been. When it comes to self-improvement, laging kasama yung self-care and most of the time, physical fitness. And let me tell you a story. I started doing running, swimming, joining marathons and aquathlons when I realized that I'm not physically fit. That's when I climbed a mountain for the first time. I remember it was Mount Pico de Loro in Cavite, where I reached the summit and witnessed a 360-degree view of the whole Calabarzon region. It was so stunning. Alam mo yung feeling na parang nasa top of the world ka. Ganun ka sarap yung feeling na nasa summit ka ng mountain. The thing is, that time, my lifestyle was sedentary. Office bahay lang, then nakaupo maghapon, tapos pag weekend, kung hindi party-party, nanonood ng movies while eating junk foods. Yan, alam mo yung ganung lifestyle. And then,
Hindi daw alam ni Donna.
and dun sa first climb ko, sobrang nahirapan akong makisabay sa mga mountain hikers. Kasi I'm not physically fit that time. Parang feeling ko nga lagi akong nagiging pabigat lang kasi lagi ako naiiwan. Alam mo yung tinatawag nilang take 5. You need to take 5 minutes to rest. Then eksakto yung kailangan 5 minutes. Go na kayo ulit. Parang ganun. Parang every 1 hour of hiking, merong 5 minutes na rest. So sa every 5 minutes na rest, yung rest time ko inaabot ng 10 minutes, 15 minutes ganun. Dahil sa sobrang pagod ko. And that's the time I realized na kailangan ko palang baguhin yung lifestyle ko and eating habits kung gusto ko talaga ma-enjoy yung outdoor activities. And then nung nag-start akong mag-full-time sa freelancing, nadala ko yung habit na yun. Yung habit of exercising and eating right. And especially sa nature of work na meron tayo na nakaupo lang for several hours and even for the whole day, we really need to move our joints. If you're not consuming good food while walang nutrients na papasok sa'yo, and in the long run, hindi ka din magiging effective sa work mo. And if you don't have a sound body, sabi nga 'di ba, a sound body is a sound mind. So kung hindi ka ganun ka-fit, hindi ka rin magiging effective.
Diba? Our health guru, Ed Escueta. Thank you. But yeah, it's just one aspect ng self-care actually, but that's really important, yung physical. If you're not consuming healthier food, so parang magiging malungkot ka eh. Do you agree, Dons? Pag too much sugar ba, nalulungkot ka ba, Dons?
Actually, for me, pag too much chicken, parang doon ako parang pag too much na fast food, tapos parang doon na mas parang you feel bloated, tapos doon magsa-start parang maaasar ka sa lahat, parang you will feel irritable. So, ayun. And then, yung self-care nga na sinabi ni Ed is, self-care nga is not selfish. Kasi diba, parang we think, and even us na freelancers, so you can pour out the love to the people around you. Yan.
Parang quotable quotes yun doon sa quotable quotes.
Actually, na-realize ko lang din yan nung February. Kasi self-care nga, akala natin selfish, pero hindi naman talaga. Kasi self-care is talaga to prioritize yourself. Para so you can help people.
And yeah, I agree sabihin nila, Margaret, why are you talking about self-care and you're talking about isolation and loneliness? It's all interconnected eh. Yeah, diba? There's crossovers to everything. Kasi when you're not taking care of yourself, yun nga sinabi nila doon, lahat na ng feels nandun na eh. Diba? Lahat na ng nararamdaman, ng emotions nandun. Kasi nagsisimula siya sa'yo eh. Ano ba? Kulang ka ng tulog. Diba? Kulang ka ng workout. Proper food or at least healthier food, diba? Or not perfect naman. We eat junk food and it's delicious. This is common sense pero hindi siya common practice eh. And bakit paulit-ulit natin sinasabi? Kasi nakakalimutan. Even the best of us. Thanks for putting that out, Ed, ano?
Yeah. Aside from self-care, another thing that we have to put in mind is setting boundaries. For me, setting work boundaries is about separating things about your personal life with your professional life. I actually had similar issues when I started brick and mortar business. While I don't want to disclose a bit more about it kasi it's a bit more personal. So doing a traditional business is hard and stressful, and it can have a negative effect on your relationships, or the worst, pwedeng magkaroon ng conflict between you and your relative. Ito, parang pag nagkaroon kasi ng conflict between you and your family members or relatives, parang mas mahirap siyang ma-resolve. One more important thing about setting boundaries, and I saw this from Margaret's post on Facebook, is to stay away from toxic people. And I'm actually doing this already. And if you know me in person, I always stay away from people that are not good for my well-being. Talagang umiiwas ako. And
Once pag inawasan tayo, alam na natin toxic tayo.
Toxic pala tayo.
And sa online madami-dami na din akong na-unfollow saka na-block ng mga taong full of negativity.
Alignment. It comes down to alignment.
I like that word.
Who you are, knowing what your core values are, knowing what your beliefs are. If you're an empath, syempre, di ba, you attract people na maraming problema. And they will come at you saying their problems. But then you need to have boundaries on that. You need to protect your energy, your empath energy, na you don't take ownership of that problem. So for me, that's the thing. So kasi dun na ano yung
ganun ka.
So dun yung boundaries ko.
Wow, 100%. Alam mo, gawin natin sa sunod tong boundaries na topic. Gustong-gusto ko to kasi it took me a while talaga to set boundaries. Like, boundaries can also be, like literal boundaries sa family mo eh. Because going back kanina sa sinabi ko guys, di ba? Mga Filipinos is nakatira sa pamilya nila or may mga kasama sila. Diba? Ganun yung Filipino culture. Yung dun pa lang kasi, magsaset ka na dapat ng boundaries. Diba? Like sa family mo mismo. Dun magsisimula yan dapat. Pinaka maganda din yung sinabi ni Ed, which is actually binabanggit ko din, which is staying away from toxic people. Which is connected sa alignment na sinasabi ni Donna. When you know your boundaries kasi, when you know your values, dun mo mahahanay, okay, hindi to maganda sa well-being ko. So like, yun, dun papasok yung suggestion ni Ed na, dito ka muna ha, kasi dun ka sa toxic list ko eh. Okay? Dun ka sa toxic list ko. Ang priority ko kasi muna yung self ko. It's professional and mature to leave yung mga group chats na unhealthy. Diba? Mga ganun. So yes, guys, yung mga suggestions nila Ed and Donna, napaka-action based eh. Like literally, pag na-realize nyo, gagawin nyo kaagad.
As a freelancer, di ba, parang, oh my gosh, ang daming emails, parang gusto mo tingnan lahat. Or kaya, if idol mo yung nakasubscribe ka sa newsletter ng idol mo, di ba, syempre, lahat yan parang every time, mag-ting, ting, 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 ting. Okay. So, you have to like, have boundaries. Okay. Pagka 7 a.m. lang, ito lang yung emails, dito ka lang i-check, or di kaya pag-check din ng messenger kasi it can be overwhelming as well. So, either during breakfast or lunch, dun lang ako mag-check. But then, para din, that's like literally boundary kasi para din sa mental health mo and emotional health.
And I'm interested kasi like sa atin, ikaw yung parang may kids eh. Diba? So, ewan ko kayo doon, baka may kids siya, tago niya lang sa atin.
Dalawa.
Oo. So, ikaw Ed, yung may pamilyado sa atin eh. So, I'm interested, paano mo sinaset yung boundaries mo sa family mo?
Hindi naman sila intrusive when it comes to especially when I'm working. Since meron naman silang sariling room, andun lang din sila sa rooms nila. And kapag araw, meron silang online class, andun lang talaga sila sa rooms nila. Pagka after the day, parang saka lang kami nagsasama-sama sa living room. Wala naman akong problems when it comes to
perfect.
Boundaries with them.
So that's also good, no? Na your family understands. So boundaries, guys, it's a whole lot topic. Baka pwedeng i-discuss namin next time sa inyo kasi ang daming boundaries na kailangan natin gawin. I wish pwede pa namin ma-discuss yung another 200 tips namin. But we're on to the last tip na, which is ibibigay ko. And etong tip na to, I'm a proponent of this one kasi talaga. Like, I guess, eto talaga yung tinulungan ako ng malaki para ma-achieve ko yung mga achievements talaga, no? Ma-achieve ko yung whatever I have right now is because I established a routine. Okay. So, bakit? Anong connection niya sa feeling of isolation and loneliness? When you have a routine, okay, when you block a schedule, and magagawa mo pa yung other things sa life mo. Like, spending time with your family, in case kay Ed, play with, his toddler, mga ganon, or kay Donna, you know what, sing sa karaoke, mga or kumain si Jollibee, ano bang gusto mo doon, diba?
Yeah.
Buy more ice cream. Matutulungan ka kasi sa other aspects ng life mo. So, what I'm trying to say is ganito. So, as freelancers, kahit sabihin natin, we're freelancer na, we can just do whatever, whenever we feel like. That's freelancer, Margaret, diba? Well, in some way, you can look at it at that. Pero ganito, if you really want to be productive sa freelancing mo and to keep a balance, to put everything in level, you have to establish a routine. Wala akong routine before na ginawa. So sabi ko, when I wake up, doon na ako magtatrabaho. And then, when I feel like creative, susulat na ako. Kasi I started also as a writer, diba? So, susulat na ako. Tapos pag ayoko na. Parang gano'n na. Pero hindi pa na siya sustainable in the long run. When you wanted to really scale sa freelancing mo, you have to have a routine kasi mababurn out ka. Fast forward to today, naging morning person na ako. If you're listening, guys, sa previous episodes namin sa podcast with Jan Obenza pala, we discussed about productivity Ganon. So, hindi ako morning person doon. Sinabi ko talaga na, hey, nocturnal, it's okay to be nocturnal. Sabi ko gano'n But, you know what? Kinain ko yung sinabi ko. Okay, kasi
Margaret
morning,
is a changed person.
Yeah. So, I changed my routine kasi napansin ko na nung nag-shift ako as a morning person, mas marami akong nagawa. And nakakapanood pa ako ng mga series and movies na gusto ko. Nafe-feed mo yung other lives mo. Like, you know what? Ano kayong latest ngayon sa, ano ba mga series sa Philippines? Hindi ko alam. Ang probinsyano. Buhay pa ba yan?
Hindi na ata. Hindi ko alam.
Diba? Do you agree ba sa akin? Gaano ka-importante yung routine sa freelancing?
Important siya talaga. Kasi when you don't have a routine, everything is just reactionary. To the point na yung big goal mo, you cannot achieve it. So, if everything is reactionary and if you're a freelancer, syempre, parang, okay, itong isang client na to, Donna, itong gawin mo. Tapos, Donna, I have an idea. Parang, everything, parang, okay, wait lang. But then, if you establish a routine na, okay, I will check the emails at, kunwari, afternoon, or I will respond to Slack messages in the afternoon, dyan ako magsa-start. Nakasettle na silang lahat and malalaman mo kung ano yung relax na yung mind mo to digest all things and then ma-achieve mo siya, yung goal mo, and you can easily scale up.
Ikaw, Ed,
I have a question about this. Kasi out of all tips na na-discuss natin kanina, ito yung talagang parang nag-i-struggle ako Yung mga times na parang sa umpisa mo lang nagagawa yung routine na pinlano mo, and then after a few weeks parang babalik ka na naman, tapos hindi mo na masusunod kung ano yung pinlat mo sa calendar mo. So how do you keep consistency?
Ako na-keep ko yung consistency ko kasi I have 2 dogs. So very consistent sila mag-demand ng pagkain nila. So dyan nagsisimula.
Nakaka-relate ako dyan. Oo.
Yun, dyan. Tapos parang doon na ako nakabase sa kanilang tahol, sa kanilang demand, and then doon na nakafit in yung schedule, ganyan.
Yeah, totally. You know what? We're talking about pets now. For guys, it's really helpful kasi I have a pet, like cat, si Hugo. So, cat are known to be the routine pets talaga. Nakatulong talaga sa akin si Hugo, yung pusa, to become a morning person kasi nanggigising siya the same time every day. Ginigising ka niya. So, Ed, siguro kailangan mo ng pet.
Pusa na rin siya. I think kailangan itabi talaga.
Yeah. But going back, kidding aside, but actually it's not a kid, guys. It's actually true. Nakakatulong yung mga pets to establish a routine. But yes, if I may answer your question on a serious note then, Ed, so I can't say there's one thing that will mag-work sa'yo. Kasi we're different, okay? We're different people. Our DNAs are different. So, iba-iba tayo. Sa akin lang, in my experience, what helped me to be consistent, at least, to know my principles, okay, and values muna. Parang yun nga, parang alignment muna eh. So, ano ba kasing gusto ko talagang mangyari sa buhay ko? To tell you guys, babasahin ko siya everyday. Kasi pinaprime ko yung self ko muna. Na ganito yung gusto ko sa future ko. So, parang sinasabihan ko na yung self ko, hey, you have a plan. You have something. Na you're a man on a mission. So, babalik ka doon. So, i-remind mo yung self mo. So, it helps sa consistency. Pero tao ka lang. Okay? You falter. After siguro yung 21 days challenge, siguro, on the second week, tamad ka na. Diba, tamad ka na. So, anong gagawin mo? In my case, ang ginagawa ko, pause. The power of pause. You know what? If I can't do it, I will pause. Kasi there's no way pushing myself to do it. Kasi hindi ko din gagawin. Tapos, on the 7th day, ayaw mo na naman, tamad ka na naman. Hindi mo naman na-take off yung mga to-do list mo. Kasi bakit? Marami ka masyadong to-do list. It's unrealistic. Marami kang gustong ma-achieve. And I know you, Ed. Personally, I think you're ambitious, di ba? And there's nothing wrong with it. Alright? There's nothing wrong with ambitious people. Pero sometimes, ina-undermine natin na tao lang tayo, may threshold ka. Yung mental capacity mo everyday, sabi nga nila 4 hours lang daw. Pwedeng unrealistic. Babalik ka, recalibrate. So, sobrang unrealistic tong gusto kong mangyari. Those are the 3 things na ginagawa ko, Ed. Pero ang dami pa. Ang dami ko pang pinaprime or ginagawa sa self ko para bumalik ako. And it's okay. Once you fail fast. Talagang passionate ako doon kasi sobrang talagang nahirapan ako to establish a routine. Ikaw, Don, yung aside sa pet mo, ano yung mga other things na ginagawa mo?
Actually, nakaset lang ako ng routine, especially nung nalaman ko yung alignment ko. And then, nag-structure ako ng self-care calendar. Tapos, doon lang ako nag-start lang actually ng February. And,
dami nangyari ng February,
dami nangyari ng February. Parang hindi lang fluid yung ginagawa mo, kundi may papatunguhan ka.
Alright, so those are the 5 tips. Just a quick summary lang. Stay connected, sabi ni Donna, with other freelancers. Number 2 is find a community or support group. Okay? And then have a remote work buddy kung gusto nyo. And tip number 3, sabi ni Ed, of course, guys, self-care. Okay, you can see self-care in different angles eh. Number 4, sabi ni Ed, is set boundaries. And of course, number 5, sabi ko, which I'm so passionate about, is establish a routine. Okay, you need to have a routine. Whatever routine, what works for you. So ano yung parang, kumbaga first aid remedy nyo na ginagawa to parang tackle these feelings or to deal with these feelings? Ikaw, Ed?
For me, yung first thing na ginagawa ko whenever I feel that way, I connect with someone. Like my friends, whether online friends or family members. Sobrang laking tulong kasi nung meron kang kausap or meron kang someone to connect with or yung meron kang na-share kung ano yung naiisip mo. And then after that, in my personal experience, once na nasabi ko na yun, once na nailabas ko na, sobrang gaan ng pakiramdam.
For me, naman, mag-comfort food naman yung I want to. Like, magpapa-deliver ng McDo cheeseburger. Or di kaya KFC.
Why not?
Zinger steak. Yes. Nagpapa-promote.
Oo. Yeah, comfort food. Totoo. Oo.
And then, series din actually.
Watching movies. Yeah. Or series.
Movies. Yun.
Yeah, that's true.
Ikaw?
Ako, ginagawa ko is I watch, tulad sa'yo, I watch yung mga series na na-miss ko. Minsan, may mga moments dun sa movies na malungkot sila, may mga moral lessons. Diba, nakaka-relate ka. Sabi ko, hey, you know what? I'm just this part of the world na sobrang dot lang ako. And the problem that I have right now is actually nothing compared sa problem ng ibang tao din. And why am I doing this to myself? Why am I being so, nagsiself-criticize ako? And I'm so thankful, guys, kasi nakilala ko itong mga to. Okay? So, they're in the other part of the, malapit lang naman kayo, diba? Nasa Asia lang din naman kayo.
Isang langoy lang.
Yeah, isang langoy lang. So, nakilala ko itong mga to and we established a community, guys. Nakatulong talaga sa feeling of loneliness and emptiness and isolation when we're navigating yung freelancing.
I think if you're feeling lonely or isolated, connect ka agad with other other people or go to comfort food, or yun nga yung sinabi ni Margaret kasi you're not alone. Don't be hard on yourself because it will pass.
Yeah. So guys, I hope the tips helped you. 5 lang yun. Yung other 200 will be in the next episodes. And thank you so much for listening to us. And if you want to connect with Ed and Donna, and Donna, pala, paki-explain naman sa amin pala ano yung hybrid na sinasabi mo kanina.
Hybrid is if there are specific tasks, then that's the VA thing. But then if you're onto kind of project management thing, it's kind of like the OBM, online business management. So pinag-isa ko siya, so I'm hybrid.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're into skincare, we have a shop, InStyle Fit and Fab. Search nyo lang sa Facebook.
InStyle Fit and Fab.
Fit and Fab.
Yeah, search for it on Facebook. Meron silang mga skincare doon. Product nila Ed. And of course, guys, you can visit Ed's website. We're just gonna add the link below if you want to connect with him. And of course, Donna, do you want to promote something?
Yes.
Show mo.
Yes, I have, if you're a freelancer and then who wants to go deep dive into podcast management, I have templates for you, which is in a ClickUp style and a Trello style. So just message me at Instagram at Unload Yourself, and yeah.
And if you wanted to actually be with them, stay connected with them as freelancers, just join our Discord, guys, so Article and Design. Search for Article and Design. Sumali kayo sa Discord. It's free. Makikita nyo dun sila Ed and Donna if you wanted to connect with them. Para hindi kayo malungkot. Diba? Sa freelancing nyo. So that's all for today. And thank you so much again, Donna and Ed. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show and found content helpful, insightful, or entertaining. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, guys, please feel free to reach out to us on our Discord, YouTube, or Facebook platforms. Just search for Article and Design. If you want to go to the next level, check out our website, articleanddesign.com, and be an A&D PRO member. Until next time, you super freelancers, stay grounded. Bye! Oh, hey, you're still here. Can you give us a minute and leave us a review on our Facebook page? Thank you so much.